Good evening and welcome to my end of the week recap for Apple and trade plan for next week. Okay, no new notes all the way back through here through earnings or anything. Did take one trade here, April 1st, off of the 8 EMA. I took these 18 April 200 calls here, just under 50 cents. Once price action started to come up, put in this nice flag, look like an ascending triangle. I added to these here at 87. The next day, if I get over here to the daily chart. The next day here on April 3rd, we were coming up to this prior resistance area. So my goal was to get out at 150. Didn't quite make it all the way up there, so I did take some off here at 145. And of course, I put my stop loss in, my trail stop a little bit too close to price action, and it took me out just below VWAP right there before ripping a lot higher. So these things actually went much more profitable than that. But overall, very nice trade, very good profits there in that move. Now, what I'm looking for this week, I don't know if there's going to be any catalysts coming in to play for Apple. We'll be looking for some pullbacks here. I'll be looking right here for the 195 calls plus, we'll call it 2 weeks, because this 8 EMA, as it opens up on Monday, is probably going to open up in this region up here around 194. If price action dips down below there, probably look at 192.5 calls, depending on how far below it goes. The 200 SMA down here, I'd also look for 190 calls. This would be for plus 4 weeks, simply because the 200 SMA should be a stronger level than the 8 EMA. If price action breaks down below there and comes down to touch the 21 EMA, I'm actually going to change this one. It's just going to be 190 calls for 2 weeks in the future, because if price action does break down through the 200 SMA, it's probably not going to continue this uptrend that's in force, and it'll be purely for a dead cat bounce. Maybe I'll take some decent size, scale out, and hold a few for potential move higher. So right now, that's what I'm looking at for Apple. As I said, I don't know if there's going to be any catalyst coming up. These are some old notes that I have here. This one is still actually going to apply as well, but this will be moved up to the 177.5 calls plus 4 weeks of time. Again, 50 SMA is a much stronger level than the 8 and 21s. 8 and 21s I use for momentum, so I don't really look too much further in the future than a couple of weeks out for those plays. Now, there is a potential here for a breakout above this level, so I may go ahead and take some 200 calls plus 1 week for a breakout trade. These will have a higher delta, so if it starts to go, I want to see it go immediately without failing. The stop loss would be just below, for a target of approximately 210, simply because if it starts to get rolling, really starts to start climbing up there, probably going to test this breakdown level up here around 210, 212-ish area. That'd be a very nice move higher. So for now, that's my trade plan and what I'm watching for Apple next week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and good luck tomorrow.